Hello, my name is Samantha Masoki, and today we are going to learn how to make Ugandan Rolex. From chapati to eggs to garlic. Today you are going to learn how to make that. Now, before we get started, here's a list of all the ingredients that I'm going to be using. First of all, I'm going to be using 4 cups of flour, half an onion, and 1 tablespoon of salt. I'm going to put the 1 tablespoon of salt into the 1 cup of warm water. Then I'm going to stir that together, and then I'll add onions into a blender with the warm water and the salt as well combined. After blending, we now move to the bowl. I'm going to add 2 eggs into my bowl. Then I'll add 2 tablespoons of oil. Then I'll add my salt water onion mixture. If you guys remember me mixing the onion mixture, I basically separated the two and left the onions by themselves, and I put the onion water inside the bowl with 1 tablespoon of the blended onions. Then I started mixing. After adding 1 cup of water, I'm going to gradually add the other cup of water while I mix. There's always going to be that time that comes and you have to use your hands to mix the dough. And this is the best time to basically taste your dough to see how it tastes like. After a few minutes of mixing and kneading, your dough should look like this, a little bit softer and a little bit sticky as well. When we get to the rolling part, you're going to grab a small ball of dough and you're going to cover it with flour. This is very helpful because it helps create that perfect circle while you're rolling. Once your dough looks like this, you're going to put it onto a pan, and then after that you are going to leave it on medium heat for both sides. Right now I'm just adding a little bit of oil so that it sizzles in the back, and then I'm just going to gradually add a little bit of oil on both sides so that it turns into brown. Once it turns brown, that means it's ready. I'm flipping both sides so that I see how gold and how brown it gets on both sides. After your chapatis are ready, they should definitely look like this or something similar to this, and they should be ready to go to get made with the Rolex. Now we get started for the Rolex filling. You are going to need 4 eggs. As for me, I'm using 4 eggs because I'm going to make 4 Rolexes for 4 people. I'm going to add a pinch of salt, some tomatoes and garlic, and then if you also remember as well, I'm going to add the same onion paste that I blended in the beginning of the video. You can definitely add spices of your choice, but in this case I used curry powder and some black pepper. After mixing everything together, we're going to add everything into the pan with a little bit of oil, and then I'm going to wait for a few minutes so that I can be able to flip the eggs. If you also would like, you can definitely also do scrambled eggs and do the same thing. I just do it like this because I've always learned it this way, but you can definitely do scrambled. After the eggs are done, I'm going to cut them into 4 pieces because I'm making 4 Rolexes for today, and then I'm going to put them on a plate and get those ready. I'm definitely going to be using some leftover chicken, so if you have any around, you can use that. I am starting off with mayo, and you can definitely use mayo of your choice. In this case, I'm using spicy mayo, and then I'm just going to spread it around on the chapati. Then I'm going to grab 1/4 of the egg, and then I'm going to split that in a few pieces so that I can spread it around. Then I grab my leftover chicken. You can definitely use any protein, anything, fish, chicken, meat, anything really. Then I'm going to add some cucumbers and some peppers. After I am done with the filling, I'm going to roll it into a wrap, and then I'm going to put it onto the pan for a few minutes so that it can warm up, and then I'll be able to cut it in half. Wow, this is how a Rolex looks like, and if yours definitely looks like this or looks similar to this, you are doing great, or you have done a great job. This is the final result of the Rolex. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you make it again and again. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the food.